Hello, my name is Luis Oliveira, and I'm going to talk about transition in CSS. Okay, one of the most interesting aspects in the interactive web are transitions. In previous version of CSS, only certain interactive features with certain classes could be used to over-focus. However, some transitions occurred suddenly, passing from one state to another. Now with the transitions, we have at our disposal a great flexibility that will allow us to provide attractive and elegant transition effects that multiply by 1,000 the possibilities of our designs. Transitions are based in a very basic principle to achieve a smooth effect between an initial state and the final state. The related properties that exist are the following: transition property, duration, timing function, and delay. The first transition property is used to specify that will affect the transition. We can specify concrete a property with color, for example, or simply specify all that either applies to element which it is formed. On the other hand, none cause no transitions. With the proper transition duration from the beginning, we specify the duration of the transition from the beginning to its completion. It's always recommended to start with short values that the transition are fast and elegant. If it's too long, the browser will intermittently pause the transition, which will cause the transition ahead. In addition, very long transition can be annoying to many users. The transition timing function allows to indicate the type of transition that we want to achieve. When we start, I recommend use linear, which perform a linear transition, always at constant speed. However, we can vary this speed to be faster at the first and slower at the end, or vice versa. The values that can make the property are is, in this case, the function starts slow, the curve is fast, and the final is slow. In the linear, the speed is no modified. In Sm, the function start slow, the curve is normal, and the final normal. In easy out, start normal, curve normal, and slow final. In slow, start and final slow, and the curve is normal. Let's check what is the difference between this speed. Let me check this. Okay, we can compare the speed of a function right here. For example, is in, is in out, linear. You remember easy and easy in. The easy starts low, goes fast, and is low. And the easy in is low, normal, and normal. Let's check the difference here. Can you see is in, out, and is start, curves, and final. We have two functions right here, the final, that are custom. This function is a cubic Bezier. We have big possibilities with this function. And let me explain how it's works. In the cubic Bezier, we have four parameters. Their parameters has a value. That value is represented in an axis. Do you remember in math when we worked in the x, y, and the x, x? Okay, it's the same thing. Let me check. Every coordinate have 2 points. P2, 4. Each point is a coordinate in this axis, and the speed depends on the position of these values. Let me check an example. On the internet, we have a site that is cubicbezier.com. On this site, we can compare the cubic Bezier against each function. For example, linear and cubic Bezier. When I modify these values, can you see that this number changed? Okay. They represent this bit. When I put this here, the function start, pass, and decrease the speed until we find. Let me compare the preview. Can you see this is our example? It is the linear function. Okay, let's go. It represents there. But if I change these values, for example, my function is slow, start, and is increasing the speed until the final. Let's check right now. Can you see? My function come to the final point almost at the same time that the linear. But we can compare with easy out. Function is 0. Let's check here. Okay, my function is increasing the speed and the curve is decreasing. Can you see the difference right here? Okay, you can play and change these values wherever you want and press and custom your transition. But these transitions are very flexible. For example, I have this example right here, a preview, okay? And we have squares. Every one of them has a characteristic. For example, easy is a red square. When I press it over, it can change. This isn't it? Okay. Do you see? When I hover, it's change, and the transition is like that way. Is slow. The curve is normal. The final is fast. But let me check. We can play with that function by different ways. It's simple. When a effect is in, let's check the color function. Let's font size and play. Will appear from. Wow. When you see this change here, the color gradually and the font size too. We can increase different possibilities right here. For example, the height, 300. Okay, it's increasing the function and traveling. Okay. Finally, I want to demonstrate the difference speed that we want here and maybe zero. If we want to practice this property, I'm gonna put the example in the description of the video. Okay, and for your attention and goodbye.